If your study effort is not showing results yet, Chapter 1 of Atomic Habits explains exactly why that happens and how small habits can change your future performance.
You know that fantasy, right? Like every student staring down a massive high-stakes exam has.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You go to bed just completely overwhelmed, and then you wake up the next morning magically transformed. You're, I don't know, suddenly disciplined, your focus is laser sharp, and you just effortlessly ace the test.
Just coast right through.
Exactly. But we've been digging through Chapter 1 of Atomic Habits today for this deep dive. And while the data shows our brains fundamentally misunderstand how success is actually built, today we're dissecting why tiny, almost invisible daily tweaks are actually like a cheat code that destroys those panicked last-minute cramming sessions.
Yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, we're biologically wired to crave that huge, dramatic before and after transformation.
Yeah.
But history tells a really different story about how elite performance actually happens. Like, take the British professional cycling team.
Right.
For nearly a century, they were just notoriously average. I mean, no Olympic gold medals, no Tour de France wins, nothing.
Which is wild because usually I'd assume a team in that kind of slump just, finally got the funding to recruit genetically superior athletes or something. Or maybe they bought some revolutionary new bikes.
Right. But they didn't do either of those things. They brought in a new coach who completely ignored massive overhauls. Instead, he just hunted for microscopic margins. He broke down literally everything involved in riding a bike and looked for a 1% improvement in each area.
Like what kind of stuff?
Like slightly better sleep quality, or even a 1% improvement in hand-washing hygiene to avoid catching colds.
Wait, okay, I got to push back here. A 1% hygiene tweak makes total sense if you have like 4 years until the Olympics. But if you're a student with a massive biology exam in 3 months, 1% just feels way too slow.
Oh, it feels agonizingly slow.
Right. Doing just one extra math problem or reviewing one extra flashcard before bed, how does that actually help someone on a tight deadline?
Well, it's because of the underlying mechanism at play. When you do that one extra problem, you aren't just learning that specific equation. You are neurologically reinforcing the habit loop of persistence itself.
Oh, wow. So it's not even about the math.
Exactly. Every time you choose to do that tiny extra step, you are making the neural pathway in your brain slightly thicker, and that lowers the friction for tomorrow's study session. So the effort compounds over time, which makes heavier lifts much easier down the road.
Okay, so neurologically, the math works out, the friction goes down. But, I mean, if it's so foolproof, why is the library full of students who try this one extra problem trick for a week and then just totally give up?
Because of a phenomenon called the plateau of latent potential. See, we are completely conditioned to expect linear progress.
Like 1 hour of studying equals one higher grade.
Right. You put in 1 unit of effort, say, studying for an hour, and you expect 1 unit of visible result on your practice test. But learning and habit formation just don't work that way.
It's less like building a brick wall where you see every single brick get stacked, and more like planting a bamboo tree, right?
Yes.
Like you watered this patch of dirt for months and see absolutely nothing above ground. It feels totally useless. But under the surface, the tree is spending all its energy building a massive root system, and then suddenly it shoots up 90 feet in 6 weeks.
That is a brilliant way to picture it. The source material actually uses the analogy of heating an ice cube in a cold room. You raise the temperature from 25 to 30 degrees, nothing happens. The ice just sits there.
Right, because it's still freezing.
Exactly. But when you hit 32 degrees, it suddenly melts. Was the heat applied before 32 degrees wasted?
No, it's just being stored up.
Right, it's being stored.
But man, being stuck at 29 degrees is agonizing. You're watering the dirt, you're doing the daily revision, and your brain is just screaming, this is not working. How do you survive that phase without quitting?
You survive by completely changing where you direct your focus. You have to detach from the finish line and just obsess over the engine. Think about it. Every single student walking into that exam hall has the exact same goal.
Right, I want a top score.
Yeah. If goals were what mattered, everyone would succeed. That is the fundamental trap. What creates the top scorer is the system. It's the unsexy routine, studying at the same time every day, tracking mistakes brutally, organizing your notes so there is light friction when you sit down. The central rule here is really profound. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems.
Wow, you fall to the level of your systems. That is a total gut punch. So for you listening, it's time to drastically reframe your prep. Stop wasting energy obsessing over the marks you want, and just ask yourself what daily engine will mathematically guarantee you get there.
Small habits may look weak today, but over time they become powerful enough to change your direction completely.